Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching Talking Comics here at ExcaliburCCG.com is our website. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas, and we come together, this handsome devil Randy and myself Chris, every week to talk to you about the great comics that are hitting the shelf for that week, along with some commentary and speculation and other whatnot. Today is no exception. We got some great comics that we're going to be talking about for May 28th. May 21st was an awesome week of comics, and I'm looking forward to several things that are hitting the shelf for May 28th. But first, Randy's got the show and tell for us.
We have tons of items. We have the new classic-looking Joker bust bank. That's different than the more 80s, I think 90s version one that they did that has the longer head that's holding the teeth. We also have the Harley Quinn bust bank. Getting dangerously close to her bust while holding it.
Oh!
Got to be careful there. So those are cool. I think his card even moves, moves up and down in the hand.
Oh, cool.
So that's neat. We've got bust banks.
Very
Always
cool.
have neat ones that they're bringing into the store. For those of you that went and saw and liked Godzilla, we have some Godzilla figures. They're little $2.99. They're just little individual figures, surprise figures inside the packs there. So they are in the store. They are up by the cash register. So get your collectible Godzilla.
Very cool.
Now, how many of you need some protection whenever you are having that evil, nasty poo attack your ass?
What in the world?
We've got superhero toilet paper.
Oh, this is awesome.
It's generic superhero, but it's still way too awesome there.
Oh, yeah. It's just wham, whiz, plop,
Pow,
kapow, boom. Yeah. Don't lie to us. You know you've heard those noises before in the bathroom.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who do you? I love it.
I didn't even realize I grabbed this. It's too awesome here. We got in tons of the Marvel Select and some of these Select figures. Lots of the classic monster figures, and this is the Frankenstein there, obviously, or Frankenstein's monster for you guys. And I didn't know that I got that, but I also picked up Herman Monster.
From the Monsters.
From the Monsters, yeah.
Okay.
So two
Cool.
Frankensteins there, and so we have Herman, Lily, and Grandpa.
Nice.
So we have tons of newly replenished, newly restocked Select figures. Diamond Select, I think is what they are.
Okay, very cool.
So, lots of cool stuff.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, that superhero toilet paper takes the cake right there. That's just fun. I don't care who you are. That's just fun. All right, guys. We're moving on to storylines that are happening this week. Several things are continuing this week. I'll go ahead and start it off, or unless you want to start off with something in particular.
Oh, I can start it off.
Okay, go ahead.
We have some tie-ins for Original Sin. We have Avengers number 30, we have Deadpool number 29, and Mighty Avengers number 10. Oh, I need to give you a little what's inside this issue. What did he see?
That's it.
That's it.
That's all we know.
We don't know.
And I missed the Deadpool one, so I'm glad you caught it.
Yeah, so we have that, and I guess if you saw from the tie-in that they had before, which was also an Avengers one.
A New Avengers, I think?
New Avengers, it dealt with the Illuminati.
Yeah.
So we kind of get something that is, I mean, that was a legit, whenever it's going to happen, and it will happen, it's going to be a holy crap moment.
Yeah.
And it looks like it is just that. So.
Exactly. And I think some of that's continuing, but yeah, that was a big reveal for that, what was going on there. Moving on, guys, Batman 0 Year is continuing. Batman number 31 hits the shelf this week. This is the second part of the last arc of this 0 Year storyline. We got to see Batman reemerge in the last issue to help the city of Gotham, now taken over by Riddler, and now we're going to see more of Batman working with his new ally, Jim Gordon,
right?
Which has been a great story building up in this storyline, and I love the interaction that's been going on between them two. So now it looks like they're actually going to be some allies. They're going to be allies together in this fight against the Riddler. Looking forward to it. Stellar writing and artwork on this book. it's going to be an awesome collection too.
Never would have guessed they would have been allies.
I know.
And I think somewhere right down here around me on the screen we have the image of the cover. That's a really cool cover. I like that with the bow. Yeah, he's kind of channeling his inner Green Arrow there. So.
I like it. Yes, it's like real. I don't know. It's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that. We have a. I'll go with this. I'll leave the Forever Evil for you. We have Superman Doomed continuing on here. It's been a smash hit so far.
Yeah.
Flying off the shelves. These books red hot. Wear some gloves when holding them. May cause second, third degree burns. I don't know. We have Superman number 31 coming out. Superman, he's continuing to transform, to change into something else. We also have Lois dealing with some problems of her own, which seem to be in the shaped form of psi powers.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there exactly. And while all this is going on, we have a certain Brainiac that's looming in the shadows there. So lots of thrilling intrigue going on within Superman.
And guys, if you're excited like I am about this particular change, this is Superman 31, but Superman 32 is when Jeff Johns and John Romita Jr. come on board. So that's next month's issue. You got Doomed with this month with 31, and then with 32 is Johns and Romita Jr. coming on board to tell their story. Of course, Romita Jr. being the big snag. He's been at Marvel for so long, doing stuff over there, and now he's coming over to do some Superman. So I'm looking forward to it.
And they've already revealed to us that Superman, the new 52 Superman at one point in time did wear the red underwear.
Awesome. awesome. Guys, moving on. A couple of things that are wrapping up, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, what's going on. We got Nightwing number 30. It's the last issue of Nightwing. And we get to see the ramifications or the aftermath of what has happened in Forever Evil. If you read Forever Evil, you know how Dick Grayson / Nightwing was something really big happened to him. Now his series is concluding, but don't fear. A new Grayson series is starting in July with number 1. So it's going to have Dick Grayson going undercover for Batman and the superheroes.
No, not the superheroes. For Batman.
For Batman, okay.
It's a corporation or a spy group that is, I guess, streaming out of the Batman Inc.
There we go.
The Batman Inc. is no longer around, but Spiral is now around.
Spiral, that's right.
And the other thing is, this issue right here is the one to get. You may go, last issue, because this is where everything starts off for Grayson.
Okay.
So it's an important issue to the new series.
Cool. Very cool. And then we also have Suicide Squad number 30. That's wrapping up Suicide Squad. Of course, this issue as well is dealing with the aftermath of Forever Evil and the Crime Syndicate, and Amanda Waller has to pay the price for her Task Force X and Suicide Squad not being able to do anything for the crimes against the Crime Syndicate, really.
To save the United States.
Yeah, that's what they were put together for, or kind of to help with those kind of threats and stuff. So, but don't worry. Again, another Suicide Squad is starting up in July. I think a different team.
That should be red hot because it has Joker's daughter and Harley Quinn on that team. So, how can that team go wrong?
And Deathstroke too. And
Deathstroke too.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of. If you've been watching Arrow, he's been getting a lot of airtime on there. So
Deadshot was also on there, and he's in it as well still. So
very cool, very cool.
Team.
So we got those changes coming, and then Rebirths just a couple months down the road.
Yeah.
So that's really it for the storylines.
Yep.
So guys, there you go. Moving on, before we launch into the new number 1s, we have a question of the week.
Yes, we do.
Okay, Randy, what's it going to be? What is the question of the week?
Okay, by now, most of you people have seen online the Batman outfit for the new Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice movie here. Sad Batman. It looks sad. He's sad Batman. I love it.
It's awesome.
Sad Batman. You've seen him. This is not about him particularly. This is not about the suit particularly. This is about the symbol. That's what's most important here when it comes to Batman. So, with his birthday right around the corner here, what is your favorite incarnation of the Bat symbol?
Exactly.
So, for me, I tend to I think it was, I'm not going to go very far, maybe this does stem far back, but in the 90s, or not the 90s, the 2000s here, they had a very toned down Bat symbol, very straight. It didn't have the curved edges or something, more just kind of a straight. It was kind of still a fat Batman. We can still put up some images of some of the Batman symbols, but more along the lines I'll show you there of something along like that.
Yeah.
I like the fat kind of, but not super, take up the whole freaking chest like Affleck's does. So
Yeah.
I like that. I think that they use that with Greg Rucka's run, so maybe that's something that that worked for me.
That's cool.
What about you, sir?
I think the one I've liked the most. I mean, it's such an iconic symbol. You can love it in so many incarnations. I think though my most favorite version of it was with the Christopher Nolan movies.
You like that one? Okay.
With the kind of the straight,
top, more,
and then of course how it factored into other things in the movie itself, with it being a device and other things. So that was fun for me. I do like the one that's showing on Ben Affleck for the new movie coming up.
Right.
It's drastically different.
The fat bat on Sad Batman.
The fat bat on Sad Batman. Exactly. That's awesome.
Now the classic Neil Adams, Jim Aparo bat symbol that did incorporate the yellow circle is so iconic, and I did love that one. That one was a great one. But I tend to like just the black there. When you're a creature of the night, when you're trying to instill fear, yellow on the outfit doesn't necessarily do it.
It's more like a bullseye, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. And I'm pretty sure we can give our image computer whiz tech guy, Brad, I think we can give his answer with probably, I'm going to say, the Batman Beyond symbol here. Because I know he's a huge fan of Batman Beyond.
Let us know, Brad.
We'll see.
Show us on the screen here right now. There we go. Awesome. Hey, guys, and we'll have that symbol up so you can take a look at several ones and tell. Or if you want to leave, when you leave a comment below, you can leave us a link to maybe one online, and we'd love to go over and check it out and see that as well. But log in, Google+, YouTube, leave a comment, tell us below your favorite version of the bat symbol ever. Moving on, guys.
Do a video of you doing the Bat Watusi or Batusi.
Batusi. Guys, there's a ton of number ones hitting the shelf this week, and we're going to try to cover them as accurately and comprehensively as we can. What would you like to start off with,
I'm
Randy?
going to start off with the one I have been looking forward to for months. Trees #1 hit. Warren Ellis and Jason Howard. This is a new sci-fi series here. We have these intelligent beings from outer space have landed on this planet. They look an awful lot like trees. They don't do a whole lot. They just are there, and they seem to be pretty benevolent. They aren't outwardly trying to destroy the human race. They aren't, or enslave it or anything like that. They're just there. We are beneath them. We're not intelligent. We're not alive. We're not worth it. Flash forward 10 years later, we still don't know a lot about these beings, but life has kind of calmed down because they haven't really done much of anything, and you are going to have this perspective from 4 different people taking a look and exploring the aftermath of this invasion, and I guess the changes that have occurred on Earth now that we know that there is intelligent life out there. So I'm totally stoked for this series.
I've been waiting for the announcement for that kind of came out of nowhere to me. I was like, oh, yes.
Warren Ellis is back.
Exactly. So I'm totally on board that. Guys, another one with a really interesting concept for me is coming from Image Comics, and it's C.O.W.L, #1, C.O.W.L, kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D, C period, blah, 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 blah. But that stands for Chicago Organized Workers League. This is a creator-owned series from Image Comics by Kyle Higgins, Rod Reese, with art by Trevor McCarthy, taking a look of organized, not organized crime, but an organized superhero group in the form of a labor union. Yeah, exactly. So looks like I think it's more of a timepiece back in the 60s, or maybe late 60s or early 70s as well, where things have been on top of the world. I mean, having the heroes all together, working together, has been great for the city of Chicago, but then as time progresses, things change. And now they're not fighting villains so much as they're fighting a bad public image.
Right.
Because of things that have happened. And we've got one of their great villains, maybe one that they've never fully defeated, come back to cause some issues with that image and that public persona, and then how these heroes team together to deal with this. So to me, it seems like a really unique take on a superhero team in general. It's not. I mean, it's a labor union. They get paid by the city to work.
Right. We've seen things like Protectors Inc. and Mold, Power Company, different things where superheroes are owned by businesses or different things like that. This looks different. I like this, and I think it's a period piece. I think it looks kind of retro with 30s, 40s with the style of it.
It may be back further than
I don't know how far back, but it's not a current. I don't think it's a current story with it.
No.
We also have this is one coming out from Boom Studios, I believe. Clive Barker has not lost his touch. He is still popular today, and New Testament and all, Hellraiser, all the stuff that's been coming out have been massively popular. We've got another one, Nightbreed. That's an old, I believe it was a movie, and it's an old, they did some comic series from Marvel way back in the day. It's coming back out with with a new #1, written by Mark Andreyko and art by Pietro Kowalski. However, he did Sex and a couple of different books. He's been huge right now, Marvel Knights Hulk. But with this series, we see that there is this secret society of these, I guess, ageless, timeless monsters and misfits that live among us. And they've lived there forever. I don't know if we moved on their territory or what the deal is exactly, but they're among us. And this series is going to take a look at both the past and the present with this group of people, this group of monsters, this group, and taking a look at kind of their struggle to coexist among humankind here. So, interesting series, and I know we have tons of people that have been coming in asking, it's supposed to be May, when's it coming out? Now's the time it's coming out.
that Testament hardly stayed on the shelf. It was, so there you go, horror fans, Clive Barker fans, there we go. Another one I'm really looking forward to is the return of a Gold Key character in the form of Dr. Spekter #1. Got Mark Waid and Neil Edwards, Mark Waid writing, Neil Edwards artwork by Dynamite Entertainment. And this takes a look at the classic Gold Key character, but in a new take. And this incarnation of him that Mark Waid will be writing, he's been everything. He kind of, the description kind of reminds me of like The Mentalist, where he's what it says, a TV legend, Wall Street wolf, internet mogul, tabloid bad boy, metaphysicist, spiritualist, monster hunter. But this series is going to look at Dr. Spekter in the context that none of this stuff has satisfied him. He's still looking for something. There's something missing. And little does he know that he can't think of what it is or name what it is, but it's about to be presented to him with the start of this new series. So we've seen the return of several other Gold Key characters here recently. This was with Dynamite Entertainment, and with Mark Waid on board, I'm going to have to pick it up and take a peek at it. Yeah,
they have some fantastic looking covers. I haven't seen interior artwork, but those all the covers, I've really enjoyed looking at them.
Yes.
Finally, we have another massively popular character from Marvel Comics. Thanos comes out Marvel comes out with Thanos Annual #1. Yeah. And why pick this up? Why talk to you about this? It's Thanos for one thing. He's going to be huge when he eventually appears in the Avengers movies. But this is also the prequel to the original graphic novel that's coming out later called the Thanos the Infinity Revelation.
Exactly.
And this right here is a huge treat because it's Jim Starlin writing it, classic Thanos creator, and it's classic Thanos artist, Ron Lim.
Yes.
So that right there should be enough to whet your chops and make you want to pick up this book. It's Thanos versus Mephisto, versus a future version of himself, versus the Avengers, versus everybody. He has suffered some sort of defeat in the past, and I guess he's going through and questioning himself and questioning a lot of things right now. And so he's approaching many different beings, trying to see if they have some sort of answer to this defeat, to this question that he has. But whatever he finds out or conclusion he comes to is going to affect the very near future of the Marvel Universe here. So it's going to tie into, I guess, mainstream Marvel very quickly, very soon.
Yeah, and the movies are building. Anyway, thank you, Marvel Studios and Marvel Comics, for what all you do. But guys, moving on to the last segment of our show, it's our favorites, the stuff that we read first. Every week it comes out, stuff that we get on a monthly basis. It's at the top of the stack, stuff we're going to check out first. And there will probably be spoilers ahead. But before we launch into that, Randy, from last week, what was your favorite title from last week?
Last week, lots of good stuff. I'm going to have to go with Saga number 19.
Yep.
19, yeah. Ooh, man. That That was a great book. That was one of those things with, I'm going, oh, this character on the cover must be the new antagonist in the no. We found out exactly who the cover or person was on the cover.
Exactly.
I love what they're doing with the family here. Although this is one of those things where they broke my heart. I hope that the last page, what was revealed to us is some sort of double meaning to it.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
hoping, because I mean, with everything they've built up between the characters, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that. So,
the same way.
It was just. It was this really didn't involve a whole lot with introducing a new villain to the series. It was more so just to take a look. You know, they jumped ahead, much like Walking Dead, jumped ahead a few years. And just taking a look at what their life instills or right now, or what involves right now.
Exactly. And guys, be prepared for that first page when you open it up. So just warning. That's it.
I forgot about that.
It's all you get if you haven't read it yet. Guys, I mean, there were several good, very, very good issues that I read. MPH had a good start. Wasn't my favorite. Saga was good. Wasn't my favorite. There were a couple other ones, but I think I'm going to have to settle on Daredevil number 3. Because it's kind of a tie between Daredevil number 3 and Thor God of Thunder. I think it was 21 or 22. But Daredevil number 3 was, yes, that was great. That was great. Another twist that everybody, Matt Murdock and myself, thought didn't see coming. And then also with Thor God of Thunder, this is where it goes back to the beginning. This issue was where it went back to the beginning, where it went back to what you were most familiar with from when this series first started, and the way that it ended was like, I was like, yes. With Daredevil, I was like, ah, and with Thor God of Thunder, I was like, yes. So,
and
there we go.
The cool thing that should be mentioned about Daredevil is a fan of Saga.
Exactly, because he
lying cat.
Exactly, he mentioned
lying.
Exactly, that was great.
Nowhere else could they get that but from Saga. So
there we
awesome
go.
Props there.
Yeah. So that was both were great. I'm probably going to edge it out with Daredevil. Daredevil was just meaty. It was really good. There were several really good
girthy.
He's got girth, baby. Anyway, moving on to our favorites, guys. Before we wrap it up, Randy, what are you looking forward to the most from your regular stuff?
Probably the one. It's an oddball here, but I'm looking forward to the massive number 23. Brian Wood. I'm talking about Brian Wood here. Brian Wood is joined by. This is the second part of the story. However you say his name, he's a mainstay with like Odd Comics. Daniel Zagel. He's done everything forever here. And it has a very moody style to his work, heavy inks to it. This is taking a look at Mary, Mysterious Mary, where there's a lot of unanswered questions to her. How does she know this tune that she's been humming forever that seems to be like the sound that their lost ship, the Massive, has been sending out? She says that she's 25, 30 years older than maybe she possibly is. She talks about events that she's been around that everybody goes, wait, you couldn't have, you were way too young. So Mysterious Mary here, she is part of this convoy, this water convoy, trying to get all these tankards of water 1,000 kilometers across the Sahara. And it's just a bunch of women that are signed on to protect these, because the men are off fighting wars elsewhere and doing things elsewhere. And there are some unknown assailants that are attacking right now. So they are trying to save this water because it's money for the livelihood of their village.
Exactly.
Intense book here. One of the best books on the shelves.
Very cool. Very cool. Guys, for me, Southern Bastards number 2. Number 1 was a great first issue. It wasn't my favorite of that particular week when it came out, but it was still a very emotional issue, and it was girthy too. I mean,
very iconic character immediately.
Yes, exactly, and it had a lot of things that I personally could relate to. It's like, things from your past you can't get away from, and then like the more things change, the more they stay the same. Those type of tropes that you've heard throughout your life. But with this issue, number 2 hitting the shelf, we get to see a different look at what's his name here.
Tubbs.
Coach Euless Boss.
Okay, Boss. Yeah.
Coach Ulyss Boss here, as he is the coach of the football team, and he's on the sidelines. But if you don't know already, he's pretty much set up as like the crime lord of this particular little town, and someone's probably going to die. But in the first issue, we didn't see him, but we saw the effects of him on one person in particular in that first issue, and the people that worked for him, how they just inspired this fear and just craziness of people. So this guy is I don't know, he's set up to be a really big bad guy, and I'm looking forward to the main character, Tubbs, if I'm not mistaken, that came back home, and seeing how he's going to deal with life as it's been since he's been gone. So it was a great start. Check out number 2.
Good start to it, definitely. Fantastic Four number 5 comes out. This right here, the FF has been rocked to the core. They are being blamed for the invasion that happened on Manhattan, and they are being sued for the damages that are being happened, and they have been evicted and from the Baxter building, and it's been taken under SHIELD control for the time being. Plus, it looks like we're going to have a big blow that happens to the team, as if, you know, all this with the Baxter building and Johnny Storm losing his powers, something else is about to happen here. I don't know if this is foreshadowing to what we see from the August solicitations of Ben Grimm in handcuffs. I don't know.
Exactly.
So they're rocking everything. They're shaking it all up.
Cool. Very cool. Guys, Deadly Class number 5 hits the shelf. Rick Remender and Wesley Craiger are having fun with this series. And last issue was a road trip, and for Marcus it turned up being an acid trip. And now he's dealing with that in this issue as well as the killers, people that are after him still being on his trail. So with this issue, we're looking at getting more of the story of his past, what's happened to him in the past to lead him to this point, and this guy that's on his trail. No.
What a messed up character.
He's messed up, man. He's messed up.
Just a little bit.
What next for you, bro?
Well, it looks like you're out of things. I'm going to give you 2 real quickly here. Miss Marvel number 3 comes out, and this is going to be a big one because Kamala, she's been trying to figure out her powers, what exactly they are. And as she's exploring her powers more, she unlocks some big secret behind the powers. I don't know if it's something that may happen to do with being inhuman. I don't know. Okay. We'll check it out and see. Poor girl. So much going on wrong here. I don't know if we need if it's too soon to say that there's you know, like the Parker luck, there's the Con luck here, because she just steps in it big every single time. And then we have Shelter number 9 coming out.
Oh, that's right.
Love this book. And right here, it was only a matter of time before it happened. It is happening in this issue. Victoria has challenged everything that Lucas has said. And everybody's starting to question this. Now, what's going on here? And so it looks like we're going to have a split there, and people are going to be taking sides within this when all is said and done. Intense story that is always an enjoyable read.
Very cool. I overlooked that for some reason on my list. Flying through everything, trying to get stuff together. But guys, tons of stuff this week. Tons of stuff. Hopefully this week will be another great week like last week was for me, with stuff that I'll be reading and checking out. And guys, you do the same. Log in below, log in and comment below and tell us what your favorite bat symbol is. Leave us a link to one of them if you can, or show us somehow if you can. And
shine it in the light, or in the sky.
In the sky. That would be awesome. That would be super awesome. If you went and saw the new X-Men movie, tell us below. Tell us what you thought of it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell us. Don't spoil it for us, but tell us what you thought about it.
Yeah.
Please. And if you have any problems with your digestive tract, we have superhero toilet paper for you. But guys, he's Randy. I'm Chris. We are ExcaliburCCG.com, Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as our Texarkana store. And guys, be safe. Go read some great comic books. Tell us about them. Anything else you want to add, sir?
I'm curious. Those of you that read the latest issue, what was it, 30 of Justice League?
Yes.
30? Tell me what you think of that so far. Because it looks like another very slow start to the formation of a team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us below. So there we go. That's it, guys. Until next time, we will see you next week. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.